Good evening. Welcome to the San Bernardino International Airport for our regular scheduled meeting of August 26th. First thing, order of business is we have our open session. We're going to do our roll call, and if you wouldn't mind, Julian.
Thank you, Mayor. If you can please state your name for the record. Member from the City of Colton.
Frank Navarro.
Member from the City of Highland.
Penny Lilburn.
Member from the City of Loma Linda.
Dusty Rigsby.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 5th District.
Baca Jr. present.
And members from the City of San Bernardino.
Theodore Sanchez.
Kim Canas.
Thank you. And I'd also like to note for the record, we have Member Echevarria, Member Duper, Member Saldana, and Member Charette in the audience. Thank you.
Thank you. If you would all stand and join me in a pledge. Please join me as we pledge to our Thank you so much. Any items to be added or deleted?
No items, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Conflict of interest disclosure statement are inside. Please identify anything and disclose if you have any. Informational items. And I just wanted to, for the record, let the audience know that we have changed up our agenda a little. We now do closed session at the end. So we wanted to fit the schedule of those in the audience. And I appreciate the board meeting those requirements. So we'll move to your informational items, Mike.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'll try to move fairly quickly here. The first one I wanted to note is we have modified, I think for the better, Ms. Pritchett's role. So she will remain the Director of Administration now coming into the new fiscal year, but we added governmental affairs to her repertoire since she does that as well. So we wanted to, make her an honest government affairs professional. So congrats, Kat, and I really enjoyed working with you. Thank you. So her title got longer, basically. So if you see a, landscape business card, that's why. So.
I see more golf in the future.
Yeah, indeed.
I agree with that.
Better her than me. So just a quick update on our hydrogen project. Some of their technical people were running around the valley last week, meeting with a lot of agencies and companies. They are working on setting up an office here as we get closer. We still need to do some more permitting. That was a lot of the kind of fact-finding we did in probably one of the hottest months of the year for us, but they're from Texas, so they're used to it. And I have asked them to make time to hopefully come by and present to you all. So if you've got questions, they can be here in person to meet with you. They're super nice guys, and look forward to introducing you because they will be setting up a San Bernardino office here, getting a business license, doing all that fun stuff. So yeah. The next one is Jonathan. We agreed that we'd report out how we did on getting rid of some old stuff. John?
Thank you, Mike. And good afternoon, members of the Commission. At the end of May of this year, you approved the posting of a surplus list of multiple pieces of equipment for the airport. The items were posted on govdeals.com shortly thereafter the approval. And since closing of the bids on June 8th, 23 of the 28 items were sold and picked up from the airport. As a result, the airport was able to generate $38,821 from the sales and gained quite a bit of storage space on the airport. I conclude my report.
And do you want to make a comment about your FAA visit today?
Sure, yeah. So we had our scheduled annual cert inspection by our FAA, started yesterday. Sat down with, alongside my colleague, Andres Zapata, Airport Operations Manager, and I went through the series of topics that the FAA looks into the airports that allow us to keep our 139 certificate on a yearly basis. So everything from record keeping to running a fire ARF drill, running an airport airfield inspection, and everything that goes along with that. We are still in the midst of it. We have one more night inspection to complete tonight, and that will conclude our inspection as of this evening. But I'm happy to report that everything is in great shape. We are getting praises from our FAA inspector, and he looks forward to working with us in the future.
And I wanted to thank you and the team, John, for doing such another excellent job again this year. Thank you. And then last but not least, your new Director of Administration and Government Affairs.
Thank you, Mike, and good afternoon, Commissioners. As has been discussed, enhancing the gateways around the San Bernardino Airport are an ongoing priority for the Commission and staff. On August 5th, the City of San Bernardino took an action to approve a 25-year license agreement with 2 10-year extensions for a license for property on the east side of the airport here on 3rd Street in Palm. A portion of this property meets the edge of the San Bernardino fence line. The balance is the median. A portion, a small sliver, also falls within the jurisdictional boundaries of the City of Highland, and Highland has also granted us operation easement to that portion as well. Jeff's team is working on design, including dryscape and a beautiful airport monument that will welcome travelers to not only the San Bernardino Airport, but the cities of San Bernardino and the City of Highland. The license is not on today's agenda because it is IVDA property, but because it is an airport gateway and an airport monument, we wanted to bring it to your attention. It's been a pleasure to work with city staff from Highland and San Bernardino on this project, as well as additional gateway projects, including Tippy Canoe and Del Rosa right here on our front porch. So thank you for the collaboration with that. That concludes my report, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Catherine?
Fancy.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you.
All right. We'll move to our open session and any public comment?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Commission items. Item G.
I think
We have a motion to move the commission action items
So moved.
on the consent calendar. I'm sorry. We have a motion and a second. Do you have those?
Yes, I believe I do. We have a motion by Member Baca and a second by Member Sanchez. If you can please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca Jr.
Member Sanchez.
Yes.
And Member Knopf.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
We'll move to item G, our commission action items. First item is 12, conduct elections of president, vice president, and secretary for the San Bernardino International Airport for the term commencing retroactive July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2027.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Commission members. The item before you tonight is a request to conduct elections of the President, Vice President, and Secretary for the San Bernardino International Airport Authority for the term commencing retroactively July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027. As a quick reminder of the process, each nomination requires a motion and a second from 2 different members, and a candidate cannot nominate themselves or second their own nomination. To be elected to an office, a candidate must also receive at least 4 affirmative votes. It is appropriate and at the pleasure of the Commission to call for nominations and elect from the membership of the Commission to fill the offices of President, Vice President, and Secretary. At this time, I would like to ask the current seated President, Mayor Lilburn, to open the nominations, and it is your preference on which position you'd like to start with.
Thank you very much. At this time, I will open nominations, and we will, let's just begin with President.
Go ahead.
Frank?
Yes, I nominate Supervisor Baca, Vice Chair.
You're nominating him for president or vice?
President.
Okay, thank you.
Currently Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have a second to that nomination?
Second.
Okay. Hearing a first and a second to the nomination for Supervisor Baca for President, I will do a roll call vote if we do not have any other nominations.
Yes, I'd like to go in with a slate nomination. Baca for President, Penny Lilburn as Vice President, and then Kim Knaus as Secretary. And I know that as the Chair Penny gets to decide which nomination will be called first.
We already have a motion for Baca Jr. as president.
Correct.
We'll go with vice president.
Okay, since we have one motion for Baca as president, as well as a second, I'm going to separate out and we'll do the motion for president if that sits well right now with Mayor Lilburn.
Please do.
Thank you. So for member Supervisor Baca as president, we do have the first motion by member Navarro and the second motion by member Rigsby. If you can please all state your votes for the record. Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca, aye.
Thank you, sir. Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Duper. Excuse me, Member Rigsby.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And Member Kanaz.
Yes.
Thank you. So the motion to have Member Baca as president for SBIAA does pass. Congratulations, Member Baca. And now at the pleasure of the commission, we can move on to the slated motion for Lilburn as vice president and Kanaz as secretary. So we do need a second to that motion in order to entertain.
I'll second.
Okay. So do we have any other motions for the offices of vice president and secretary?
Yes, I will nominate Navarro for vice president and Kanaz for secretary.
Do we have a second to that motion? Hearing no second to that motion does fail. So any other nominations? Hearing none, we will take a roll call vote on Member Lilburn as vice president and Member Kanaz for secretary. Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca Jr., aye.
Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
No.
Member Rigsby.
No.
Member Kanaz.
Yes.
So with a 4-2 vote, that motion does pass. Congratulations. We do have Member Baca as president, Member Lilburn as vice president, and Member Kanaz as secretary.
Are you going here?
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for the nomination and the confidence. I appreciate that. Okay, next we'll go to item number 13, approve the form and employment contract with Michael Burrows to serve in the capacity of CEO.
Thank you, Mr. President. This item that is before you, Mike Burrows has served as the San Bernardino International Airport Authority Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer since July of 2015. Following a positive evaluation and by direction of the board or by the commission, a proposed new contract has been agendized for consideration. During the term of the proposed new agreement, Mr. Burrows would oversee all of the administrative and operational matters of both SBIAA and IVDA. In addition, he'd be responsible for continuing to implement the adopted strategic plan and business plans that have been previously approved. The agreement, the copy of the agreement is included in the agenda for your consideration. Pursuant to the direction that we received, the proposed agreement follows the same format as that previously approved by IVDA for the Chief Executive Officer. The terms and conditions of the employment are the same for both agencies, and it's important to note that the salary and benefits that are itemized in that agreement would be shared 50% by SBIAA and 50% by IVDA. IVDA did pass this agreement at their last meeting, and so we present it to you for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Huber, for that presentation. Any board member comments? Is there a motion? Move it.
Move to approve.
Okay, it's been moved by Navarro, seconded by Sanchez.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Navarro and a second by Member Sanchez. If you can please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Jr., aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Kanaz.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll go to item 14, approve the purchase of 2 Ford Explorer Police Interceptors in the amount not to exceed $120,008.05. And who present the item?
Supervisor Baca, could we back up for just a minute? There is one item that I was just reminded of. The salary is posted in the document itself, in the contract itself. Whoops, that's the agenda. It is written out in there, and I'll state it for the record. It was stated at the IVDA meeting, the salary is an annual salary of $338,745.58 per year. That is the amount that's published in the agenda in the contract.
Thank you, Mr. Huber. Okay, we'll continue with item 14.
Thank you, Mayor. The Security Department is moving along with this vehicle replacement program. So this year, we're seeking approval to replace two of our 2017 gas-powered Ford Explorers. Both have well over 100,000 miles, and both are beyond their service life. We're asking to replace them with two of the hybrid police interceptor vehicles. That keeps us kind of in compliance with our green energy element program that we're trying to seek out. In October, we sent Ford a letter of intent to ensure, one, the lowest cost possible, and number two, to ensure delivery. We've had supply chain issues in the past, so we're hopefully overcoming that. Prior to putting out the bids for those, we did, Ford and the County of San Bernardino allowed us to enter a cooperative purchase with theirs. This obviously ensured the lowest possible cost and ensured that we will get the vehicles in a timely manner. With that, we're just seeking approval for the total cost for everything is $120,009. The vehicle acquisition in and of itself is $100,064, and about $19,945 for the total outfitting of the vehicles. Again, for a total cost of $120,009.
Thank you, Mitch, for that presentation. Any
I'll move the item.
Been moved by Lilburn, been seconded by Sanchez.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Lilburn and a second by Member Sanchez. If you can please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll go to item 15, awarded construction contract to GEO Paving and Seal Coating, Inc. for the amount not to exceed $129,900 for the 2 IRP landfill surface repair phase 2 project. And Mr. Barrow will present this item.
Yes, thank you, Supervisor. Award of construction contract for Geo Paving and Seal Coating Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $129,900 for the IRP 2 landfill surface repair phase 2 project, and authorize the Chief Executive Officer to execute all related documents. Staff solicited bids on plan of bids, received 8 proposals, and Geo came in at $129,900. Staff recommended the Commission approve the above recommended action item.
Thank you, Mr. Barrow. Any questions or comments by the board?
Move the item.
Moved by Navarro, and second by Rigsby.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Navarro and a second by Member Rigsby. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll go to item 16, approve a professional service agreement with Junior Miller and Associates, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $217,129 for Phase 2 SPD Above and Beyond project. And Mr. Barrow will present this item.
Thank you, Supervisor. Approval of the professional service agreement with J.R. Miller and Associates Incorporated for our Phase 2 SPD Above and Beyond project in an amount not to exceed $217,129, and authorize the Chief Executive Officer to execute all related documents. This is an exciting phase in our project to get our project moving forward. So staff recommends Commission approve the above recommended action. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Barrow. Any board member comments? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
It's been moved. It's been seconded by Navarro.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Canas and a second by Member Navarro. If you can please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next on the agenda is item number 17, approve Knuckles Oil Company, Inc., DBA Merit Oil Company as a service provider of gasoline at Red Eye Diesel in the amount not to exceed $265,000 during fiscal year 2026-2027, And Wendy McConaughey, FBO Manager, will present this item.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Gasoline and red dye diesel are essential to the daily operations at Luxavera SBD. These fuels support several critical airport functions, including our fuel trucks, aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicles, and ground support equipment, not only for us, but for the many cargo and MRO tenants on the airport. Staff solicited 3 competitive proposals in which Merit Oil Company is the lowest cost supplier. We are asking to approve Knuckles Oil Company, DBA Merit Oil Company, as the service provider of gasoline and red dye diesel during the 2026-2027 fiscal year in the amount not to exceed $265,000, and authorize the Chief Executive Officer to execute all related documents. Sorry. Thank you. I can answer any questions for you.
Thank you, Wendy, for that presentation. Any board member comments? Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Been moved by Ms. Lilburn,
Enthusiastic second.
second by Sanchez.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Lilburn and a second by Member Sanchez. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll go to item 18. Approve an agreement with Visible Intellect LLC for a Motorola Unity Access Control System for the amount not to exceed $65,402. And Mr. Mark Dennis, our IT Manager, will present this item.
Thank you. The agency is currently using Linnell's OnGuard for access control, managing around the campus. It has served us well, but the annual costs continue to rise. Also, there have been difficulties and additional costs every time we try to integrate with other systems, including Avigilon, our current video management system. Staff proposes migrating to Motorola's Avigilon Unity Access Control and has followed agency purchasing policy in selecting Visual Intellect as that integrator. Staff recommends approval of this item and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mark, for that presentation. Any board member comments? Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
It's been moved by Canas, second by Navarro.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Canas and a second by Member Navarro. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we have item number 19, and before we do that, I will abstain from this due to my capacity as a director of the San Bernardino County Fire District. Ms. Lilburn, if you can do number 19.
Thank you. Approve the form of a license agreement with San Bernardino County Fire Protection District for interim use of the former San Bernardino Regional Emergency Training Center facilities. And Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. So this is one we've been trying to put together here as quickly as we possibly can with the advent of the new fiscal year. Happy to report that we do have alignment and agreement with County Real Estate and County Council. So what this would do would be provide an interim license agreement. So this is a 15-acre site, a roughly 11,000 square foot, 2-story office and training center, which has now come back into airport ownership after the previous long-term lease with the San Bernardino Regional Emergency Training Center expired as of its own terms and conditions. Working closely with legal counsel, we have carefully and quietly cleared title, correct? And it is ours outright. So the San Bernardino County Fire District is looking at some uses both for training and aeronautical programs that Chief Muncie and the team are actively working right now. And we'd like your support on it. It runs on a year-to-year basis, and effectively the amount of money that would be the fair market rent would get credited as an in-kind service against our annual staffing contract with County Fire for our fire station. So it's essentially an in-kind license. It's just under $1.3 million in monetary value to us, which would then come as a credit against what would be our new annual staffing contract, which we would then hopefully place on your next board commission agenda. We just got that in an email right before this meeting, so we need to review it, of course. But we think this is a good use. They will maintain the site, It does need some work, but they're eager to get in there and cut some grass and change some light bulbs. So we really appreciate your support on that with a regional partner that we've worked with for several years. Happy to answer any questions.
Very good. Thank you, Mike. Any questions for Mike? Hearing one, do we have an entertainment for a motion? We have a motion and a second by Canas. Roll call, please.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a motion by Member Navarro and a second by Member Canas. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca has abstained from this item. Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes.
Thank you, Mayor Lilburn. Now we'll go to item 20, authorize the acceptance of a grant from the County of San Bernardino for certain airport improvements. And Mr. Michael Burrows will present this item.
Well, thank you, Supervisor, and please thank your colleagues as well. We really appreciate yet another year of partnering with the County of San Bernardino on enhancing our airport experience. So really appreciate your leadership over there on that side as well. This would be another $250,000 grant. This will fund two projects. One is dressing up the monument entry sign to our domestic terminal. If you've driven by there, we've done some touch up on it, but it's now 15 years old, so ish, right, Jeff? And so we'd like to bring that into the modern area and align it with the rest of the entry features like the new gateways. The second piece of that is to do a cargo corridor connecting our belly cargo building to our building 56 facility, which is a freight forwarding location. So literally cargo providers could come straight across the street safely without inhibiting safety or traffic flow to and from the domestic terminal. So again, Supervisor, appreciate your leadership in carrying this, and this is just literally consent to be able to receive the grant, get it executed. Obviously, the grant agreement's attached, and we appreciate county staff working with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, for that presentation. I just want to comment, I want to thank my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors. This has been the second consecutive $250,000 investment we've been able to make, as Mike touched on. It's just important as we look at the region, all the great things that we're looking to do to try to improve and enhance the experience for this airport. But you mentioned the visual, which is the outdoors, to really make it more attractive for this community, especially in the San Bernardino community. And the other item you mentioned was the $200,000 investment for safety, which is important for our employees, our staff, and just to improve the enhancements here at the airport. Thank you for that presentation. Is there a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Lilburn and seconded by Sanchez.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Lilburn and a second by Member Sanchez. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Jr., aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canas.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The next is item 21, award a contract to AirPro MRO SBD to tear down and dispose of two Boeing 727 aircraft in the amount not to exceed $130,000. And Mr. Mark Gibbs will present.
Thank you, Supervisor. These two aircraft have been on the airport for quite some time. As you can see, they are no longer in flying condition and have changed hands a few times over the years since they've been here. So this item before you would be to award a contract to AeroPro in order to tear these aircraft down. They're in a unique position on the airport. They're authorized user of what's called the cut pad, where aircraft get turned into soda cans. We vetted the numbers, the quote that AeroPro provided us, and they stood up. So AeroPro has been a good partner in helping us with things like this over the years, and the cost of this would be $65,000 per aircraft, which is pretty industry standard. So we support this item and are seeking your concurrence and approval.
Thank you, Mr. Gibbs, for that presentation. Board member comments?
Yes, I'd like to, I'm not sure I'm very familiar with AeroPro. Is there a representative from AeroPro here in the audience that could come up and speak? Maybe just give a briefing of their history here at the airport? Is there a representative in the audience from
Anyone?
AeroPro? Okay, all right. Well, in that case, I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved by Sanchez, seconded by Lilburn.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Sanchez and a second by Member Lilburn. Please state your votes for the record. Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Lilburn.
Yes.
Member Canals.
Yes.
Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Rigsby.
Yes.
And Member Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we'll move on to item 22. Consider and discuss the SBD Good Neighbor Policy Program, second quarter 2026 report. Mr. Gibbs will present this item.
Thank you, Supervisor. Here to walk you through the report this quarter is, again, our very own Rosemary Barnes with Aviatrix.
Thank you, Mark. Supervisor Baca, Commissioners Mike and Mark, thanks for having me back to report on the Good Neighbor Program. The noise comment report for the second quarter, so in August, we're looking at April through June here. Let's see, I'm going to go into the outreach activities for the quarter. Here we go. So, I don't have it here, but we did publish the spring newsletter, Good Neighbor News, in the second quarter. In June, in conjunction with Airports Council International, our airport's very wonderful partner, we celebrated the airport's workforce on actual Airport Workers' Day, honoring those that help keep people flying safely, efficiently, and securely. So that was very important, and had a lot of fun creating this montage of illustrations of those here on our airfield. Throughout the quarter, our educational outreach included inspiring future aviators with staff on site at Arroyo Valley High School, also at Norton Elementary, focusing on STEM programs. We participated in the graduation activities for the San Bernardino Valley College Aviation Career Fair, and also we give a shout out to the Norton Air Force Base, to those young and old, for a fun and free activity for when kids and people just have a little bit more time on their hands. And then in May, we participated in LA Air Cargo Day, connecting with air cargo professionals and networking with them. And now we're going to go to the numbers for the individual months. And I know last time there was a request to just kind of slow it down a little bit for each month, so I will do that. In April, of course, signifies the beginning of spring. People are outdoors more, they're opening their windows and doors more, so there's an expectation that hear more from the community, which we did with 9 noise comments filed by 75 households.
Typically it's highlighted.
And here is that information by city and the number of households per city, showing that breakout, as well as the comments that we received, aircraft type, and how people were filing their comments. In let's see, the week of May 15 is we saw the first significant firefighting activity with the San Bernardino Air Tanker Base. So we certainly heard from neighbors about that. In May, we had 51 noise comments filed by 25 households. And here's that breaks out with city and how the number of households shared their feedback. And also aircraft type of concern and feedback. In June, we had, showed there 64 noise comments filed by 19 households, nothing else significant in June as I did for the other 2 months. And here we have that breakout in city, number of households per city, and aircraft type of concern and that kind of thing. Move into total and trends. The quarter, year over year, we did have an increase in both the number of comments received as well as the number of households reporting comments due to ongoing aircraft operations. And of course, the Good Neighbor Program, we very much encourage the community to reach out to us to use the online and hotline tools to share their feedback, to share comments, to ask questions. And that's what this program is for. Here is that overall breakout, 164 noise comments for the quarter from 55 distinct households. And here is that city breakout, as well as the number of households per city for overall. For the top 5 commenters, 62% of the overall comments were generated from 5 households between the cities of Highland, Victorville, and Mentone. You see that broken out here. In comparing...
Rosemary, just a quick question, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's just unusual, Victorville. How does Victorville get into these comments? Because I could see, within this region going east because of flight patterns, but why Victorville? Why are they complaining about San Bernardino International Airport or the flights? Just help me understand it.
Sure, I don't recall specifically, and let me go back and see with that. So Victorville was actually one household. Mark, do you recall what that one household was saying? I don't have it in the top.
I do, yeah. And I think the easiest way to address that is individuals experience noise differently. And we receive some comments from Redondo Beach from time to time. And they're aware of the website, and some people just don't like the plane. They don't like to see it up in the air. Sometimes it happens in Victorville, sometimes it happens in Redondo Beach.
Yeah, as we did last quarter, definitely.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
And I apologize, I don't remember specifically what the that one household was reporting in Victorville. It doesn't spring to mind right now, even though I looked at a lot of the comments. Thanks for your question. Thank you, Mark.
Rosemary, can you,
Sure.
where was the slide? Was it before this one or after it?
Maybe after?
That one.
Here we go.
So on the N11, that is the same household, 63 comments?
Correct, that is correct.
Okay.
I think Aaron Navarro had some comments.
Next forward.
Keep going.
We were at last, one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is before or
The last
after?
one we were at. That
Here?
one? No, yeah, that one. Riverside, same thing. How do they get involved when our radius is a 5-mile radius for this?
Riverside, one comment, one household filed one comment for the
Probably
quarter.
out of March Air Force Base.
Possibly.
All right.
I don't recall the one specific comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 164 comments. I really wish I could remember each and every one.
Sure. I think the board is just trying to understand how
Yep.
some of these are generated, that's all.
I understand.
Yeah.
And I'll do a better job going forward, just try to get, nailed down exactly, just now that you're looking specifically what people are saying. Unless Mark remembers Riverside himself, I don't specifically.
No, but it's really the same issue that we have with Victorville and other places around Southern California. It's open to the public, and sometimes they want to be heard.
And this is what the tools are offered for. Thank you. Okay, let's see. And here's that year-over-year comparison for the second quarter. We did have 48 more comments year-over-year and 28 more households reporting comments. Okay, and then overall, we continue to hear most people are concerned about an aircraft's proximity to their home. This is how the comments broke out for the quarter. We did have a majority of people reporting unknown for the aircraft category. And it's just essentially the commenter doesn't necessarily know the type of aircraft, but they still want us to report that they're seeing and hearing an aircraft, despite the fact that they're not quite sure what type of that is. So you're seeing a lot of unknowns for this quarter. For the type of concern, it's a mixed bag, starting with flying over the home, not specified, low flying, and unusually loud in that order. And then for the quarter, we had the majority of neighbors sharing their comment through the online form, and then the remaining, and those are percentages. That's not 90. It should be a percentage. So 94% did share their comments through the online form. And we did fix these. Sorry, there's sometimes when we export the information over, some of the fonts don't translate over, so I apologize for that. We did fix it for the report that we are sharing on the airport website, which will be published by tomorrow. Okay, and here's that same information in table format, type of concern and the type of aircraft, and then you're seeing that 91, which translates to over 50% of commenters, did ask for the airport to respond to them, and the staff do so given as resources allow. And here's that heat map showing that the majority of comments do come from within 5 to 10 miles of the airport. And then, of course, you do see Victorville out there, kind of that outlier out there to the north. And wrapping it up. We did have an increase in both noise comments as well as the number of households filing comments both year over year as well as quarter over quarter. And we're attributing that to continued aircraft operations. The program is very much encouraging the community to reach out to us to share their feedback. Also, relatively early activation of the San Bernardino Air Tanker Base in May, as well as springtime. People are outside more. They're opening their doors and their windows more. So you're definitely going to see an increase there too. And now in the 6th year of the program, the Good Neighbor program is a wonderful outlet for neighbors. It's an important resource for pilots, letting them know about neighborhood noise sensitivity, and then just sharing with those in the region about the airport, what we're doing here, the developments, the activities, and how we support them through air service, both passengers as well as cargo. That's all I have. Any questions?
Thank you, Rosemary, for the presentation. Mayor Lilburn has some questions.
Rosemary, quick question. So we're seeing drones now. Are they flying in the neighborhoods? Are they personal drones? Are they the airport drones? Or do we know?
I don't have specifics about the types of drones.
I can touch that one.
Okay, you go right ahead then.
And Mitch can help me out because they're typically folks flying around neighborhoods. What Mitch is heading up for us on the UAS Center side at IBDA is a counter UAS component to where we can sense and detect when a drone is flying, because that's a highly regulated thing. There's really cool technology out there that he's showcasing. So we'll be able to know the tail number of the drone, essentially the amount of hours on their battery, and generally where they're flying, and we report that. In this case, U.S. Air Marshals has taken the lead on counter UAS for a lot of the sporting events, and Mitch remains our point of contact on that. So, yeah, we want safe and proper drone flight at all times.
And then, Rosemary, you had 48 more comments over last year. And I'm wondering, is that just because the Good Neighbor is getting out there and more people are participating, or just more people are, they don't really care, they're not hearing what you're telling them or understanding what's going on, that they live by an airport? And so I'm hoping it's just the program, more word is getting out where people can call in voice.
Absolutely. More people are hearing about the program and they're using the program, right? So once they find that they have a tool that they can use, you're seeing the majority of people are sharing their comments through the form. And then that just gives them an easy opportunity then to contact again. You know, I just know in my neighborhood if there's any concern, we have an app that we can use for the city of San Jose. And, you know, now you get into a like, okay, this is now I know how to use this, and it's really easy, and this is how I share my information. And then there's someone at the other end actually responding. So there's definitely that people are using it more, and they're finding it easy to use also.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other board member comments? I guess the only question I have, Rosemary, maybe it's the staff. We take these, we respond. I know that the concerns have doubled. Is there any policy changes or anything we need to do internally as an airport? Maybe Mike can answer this question to address some of those, or is just this is the nature of being close to an airport?
It's primarily the latter, I would say. The most important thing that we can do is continue to track and report. I mean, that is our FAA obligation, our airport obligation. And Mark and I continue to work directly with the FAA on potential technology upgrades, things that we can be doing to make it you know, a more pleasant experience. The other thing is you have an airport with a instrument approach on one end and not on the other. But when pilots get in the air, they need to ensure proper safety for not just themselves and crew, but for the flying public in general. So what you all have supported with the Good Neighbor is really the industry go-to right, Rosemary? You do
Absolutely.
this a few places out there.
Yes, definitely.
And tracking this data, everything you see here also gets reported to FAA. And that's critical. They get real-time, accurate data. And we appreciate your leadership in supporting this program.
So does FAA give a response to us or say, hey, as a result of these 50 calls, you probably need to make some adjustments here?
From time to time, we'll have check-ins with them, particularly, both the airport's office and the regional office. And we really try to implement best practices everywhere we go. Rosemary and her team are very active in the industry. The noise sector is kind of I don't want to call it a niche, it's a specialty, right?
It is.
And it's just really critical that we're really honest and open about what's going on out there.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Is this an action item or receive and file?
It's a receive.
Receive and file. Okay, thank you, Rosemary, for your presentation.
Thank you, and thank you all for your questions.
Next, we'll go to item 23, review the San Bernardino International Airport business plan priorities.
So this one's as much as for me and the staff as anything. I just wanted to again thank you for supporting the business plan and the update and getting your leadership and direction on where our top priorities should be. So if you go to the next one, Jill, I just want you to know that we are working literally every day on just about every one of these. In fact, every one of these. So as we get into the balance of the fiscal year, we're going to continue to make sure you have real-time updates on each one of these key priorities. So that's really it. I just wanted to let you know that we're hitting the ground running with a new business plan as a team here. Sorry, a team of teams, Kat, right? And we're putting the work in. So thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for that presentation. Any board member comments? The only thing I would ask is just on our focal areas, items 1, 2, and 3, at least on the first part of the international airport. I think it's important that, I know that the number one priority for this board has been expanded passenger service, and just to continue to update us on any progress, any contacts, or anything that's been done to try to improve the passenger service, because this has been a high priority. We have a great asset here. We want to continue to see it grow. So anything you have, any updates or steps you're taking, I think it's important you share with the entire board. And as we're looking at recruiting and new opportunities here.
Certainly, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. This is a receive and file. Next, we'll go to item 24, review the status of the action plan for San Bernardino International Airport Authority through December 31st, 2026.
Thank you, Supervisor. And just for August, obviously it was every month's busy, but this was busy in different ways this time. So Mark and I tend to be spending a lot more time on energy, which means we have less of it ourselves, and more so on things not just hydrogen, but looking at, again, best practices where we can help enhance grid resiliency so that all of our terminals and all of our critical infrastructure systems, that the lights stay on. Our partners at Edison are great, but when it gets particularly really, really warm out here, we tend to have outages from time to time, and we're really looking at creative ways to mitigate that, look at maybe microgrids, some other things. Obviously, we've got a lot of work going on with South Coast AQMD, who's helping us with some grants and some other projects. But, as we get ready to hopefully launch construction of the hydrogen hub, I just wanted to make sure you knew we're also looking at the future to make sure you have an energy resilience platform as an airport so that we can continue to be open for business 24/7. So September is going to have some construction coming up. So Mark and Jeff and the team and John are getting everything dialed in and ready. So we'll have more info next month. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mike. Any board member comments? Okay. Seeing none, this is receive and file. Madam Clerk, any items to be added or deferred?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Clerk. And then now we will adjourn to closed session. Mr. Huber, will lead us to closed session.
Thank you, sir. We have 5 items on for closed session. First is conference with real property negotiator pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.8, and the property is located at 105 North Leland Norton Way. Negotiating parties are listed there in the agenda. Mike Burrows is SBIAA CEO and Betty Louie as TSA. Second item is same matter, conference with real property negotiator, same code section, Property is 2235 East Perimeter Road, San Bernardino. Negotiating parties are Mike Burrows for SBIAA and Kevin Horan for SBIAA. Third item is pending litigation related to Thunder International pursuant to Government Code 54956.9 subsection A. The fourth item is same as 1 and 2, same Government Code section, conference with real property negotiators for the property at 255 South Leland Norton Way, Suite 1 in San Bernardino. Negotiating parties are Mike Burrows for SBIAA, myself as legal counsel, and Joe Ermilovich for AeroPro. And the fifth item is conference with legal counsel pursuant to Government Code 54956.9 subsection D, significant exposure to litigation, 2 cases.
Thank you, Mr. Hoover. We now adjourn to closed session.
Thank you. And also for the record, there are no public comments on closed sessions.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Of course.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Huber, you want to report out the closed session?
Yes, sir. As to items A through D, there was no reportable action taken, direction was given. And as to item E, we did not discuss item E in closed session.
Thank you, Mr. Huber. Any commissioner comments? Okay, see none. The meeting stands adjourned. Our next meeting is Wednesday, September 23rd. Thank you.
Good job.